Only two rules: not standing in the seats, and this is a non-smoking vessel. If you vape in my bathrooms, I will fine you. Please don't make me find you. I have cameras everywhere. I can see it. Not in the bathroom, don't worry. That would be weird and illegal.
Well, my name is Alex, and I'm going to be your tour guide, friend, mentor, and resident building. Designed in 1923 by architect Alfred L. Schuler, and it's 23 stories tall. Designed in our first style of architecture, the French Beaux-Arts style. Defined by a decorative base, stack-up floors, and a decorative top. Behind said decorative top is a rooftop bar for the now London House Hotel that provides an outstanding view of the downtown Chicago area. If you guys want to go up there and you don't mind waiting a little bit and you want to save some money, Sundays from 12 to 2, they have a brunch special up there. We'll save you a bit of change if you go up there. I will warn you, it's more mimosas brunch, not so much food brunch. So I would say eat before you go, but still a great time to check it out Sunday afternoons, but really any day of the week is a great day to check it out. You guys look at the top real quick. See that temple up there? So when you have a temple as an ornate centerpiece at the top of a building like that, it's called a belvedere. And you would rent out that belvedere for a bunch of stuff. For instance, for part of the hotel, you could rent it out for a big fancy dinner party, upwards of 50 people. You could also do weddings up there, which I've seen my fair share of from down here, which is always fun to see. You could also do like a proposal ceremony up there, which costs $3,000 to do, but you get a free bottle of wine. Wow, what a deal. What's really funny to me, and it shouldn't be funny, but it is objectively funny, with that $3,000, you also get a photographer. Said photographer is contractually obligated to continue to take pictures regardless of the answer to the question. So you also may end up with a whole bunch of pictures you never want to see for the rest of your life and a $3,000 bottle of Julasco white wine. But we are pulling off of the wall here. We're about to head down the main branch of the Chicago River. Here's the battle plan. Here's the order of operations here. We're going to go down the main branch. Then we're going to make a right, go down the north branch a little bit, down to Goose Island, turn around, go back down the south branch, down to Chinatown, and then take that turnaround, come back down the main branch, and end the tour with a little bit of a downtown skyline view, but a lot of stuff between here and there. We're going to keep this party going over here on our right-hand side. Take a look. We're right here at the base of the second tallest building in the city of Chicago and the 7th tallest building in the United States. Of course, I'm talking about the Trump International Hotel and Tower, Chicago. Designed in 2009 by principal architect Adrian Smith, who, by the way, was born and raised in Chicago's West Side, and is also today world famous for designing the tallest building in the world right now, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It's the same dude, and he's from Chicago. Trump Tower, second tallest in the city. Let's check it out, all the way up to the top. Take a look. That is 1,389 feet. That is 415 meters. Here's a fun visual for you, by the way. If you look at the top of Trump Tower one more time and then imagine a second one stacked on top of that, you have the approximate height of the Burj Khalifa. Right, yeah. Just to give you a scope of how truly massive that tower is. But Trump Tower, back to Chicago, is the heaviest poured concrete high-rise in North America, made out of 720 million pounds of poured concrete, which is around 316 million kilos, or, in a different perspective, we can all understand, that's like 20,000 dump trucks. Hotel, and the rest of it is all office space. The Langham, by the way, quick side note, is actually so British that it serves afternoon tea to the guests inside. Every day at 3:30 in the afternoon on the dot. It's included with the price of the room. But coming up here on the right-hand side, get those cameras out and ready, because we're about to be right next to the most photographed buildings in downtown Chicago, according to Instagram last year. Finished in 1965 and 1967 by architect Bertrand Goldberg. These are the two towers of Marina City. If you want to think about Marina City here structurally, I would say actually think of them a bit like flowers. They've got a central elevator core or stem of the flower, and the rooms are all shaped like flower petals, right? Thinner at the door and wider as you get out towards the balconies. You guys see the base of these 40-story identical towers? You see these 15-story parking garages at the bottom? Looks a little harrowing to park your car there, but the good news is you can't. Legally, you are not permitted to do so. They have highly trained professional valets that have to do it for you 24/7. And because of that, thankfully, knock on wood, nobody has driven off of it on accident. It's happened on purpose a few times, different movies and TV shows and stuff, but never on accident. Over here on the right-hand side, up ahead, you see where it says RPM Seafood here at the bottom. This is the American Bar Association Tower, designed in 1984 by principal architect Bruce Graham. It's a 32-story office tower, originally called the Quaker Tower, home of the Quaker Oats Company. Pepsi was in there for a hot minute, but today it's home of the American Bar Association. Speaking of bar, different kinds of bar, but still, here at the bottom we have two restaurants. Going to give them a quick shout here because we've got a lot of places to eat in Chicago, and I have opinions. So, RPM Seafood is objectively the best quality seafood in the city. It is also the most expensive, but you get what you pay for, I promise. Below that was Pizzeria Portofino, very nice Italian spot right next to the Chicago River. Some great Italian foods, some great Chicago views. But here on our right-hand side, we're coming up here on a relic of Chicago history, the Reed Murdoch Center. Designed in 1914 by George Nibbins, the Reed Murdoch Center is the last remaining warehouse building on the main branch of the Chicago River, although not a warehouse inside anymore. It's also noticeably asymmetrical. There are 6 vertical bays back on the east side and 5 vertical bays here on the west. A vertical bay is like a section, like a vertical column thing. They had to remove from the west side of the building and then squish it back together to make room for the then brand new LaSalle Street Bridge. We're passing underneath right now. Underneath the LaSalle Street Bridge, coming up here on the right-hand side, is 300 North LaSalle. 300 North LaSalle here is one of our many green and environmentally friendly buildings in the city of Chicago. A 72-story platinum LEED certified high-rise, which is a lot of words and a big deal. So, LEED is L-E-E-D, for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. Platinum is the highest certification you can get, and they don't just hand that out. It gets that way because of how it cools the building off. There are no air-conditioned units in the tower. To cool it off, they use the river water. They have a system that cycles the water from the river through the base of the building, shocks it down immediately to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and it sends that chilled water around the building, cooling off the interior, eventually down to about 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which in turn is the average temperature of the Chicago River, and it comes back in a little bit cleaner as well.
Dito pa may window. Di ba ito yung regulated dun sa mga? Ito na. Chicago. Sila, kanila rin kasi nung yung Michigan na video na po.
Ito po.
Ayaw, we were wrong.
Yan, maganda yung architecture talaga eh.
Pero binenta na nila eh.
Water taxi.
Ito kaya ng Chinatown.
Oh. Mas merong mga nagkakayak.
Pwede rin magkaya. Gusto niyo
Nararating lang. When they are. Sexy building.
Ano bang pattern na yun?
O, tingin kayo rito.
Ay,
Ma. Ma.